Okay, we're gonna come for number two. I'm sorry for yawning. Alright, so I'm gonna make this video. It's gonna be a two-parter. And it has something to do with what I watched on Instagram today and a comment that I posted or whatever. Alright, so let me get stuff in shape here. I can't repost a video from what I watched on IGTV here because I don't know how to do that, and I didn't share it on my Facebook. I don't think I even shared it on my Instagram. But there was some looting in Kenosha or in Minnesota over the guy getting shot in the back 7 times, and I'm gonna make this really, really direct. Alright? In no way, shape, or form does this reflect the decent black people in America. However, this video is like a minute and a half long, and it's under the title of Looting in Minnesota. 1. If you are out here looting, this man getting shot 7 times in the back, your looting ain't changing anything. If anything, it's making it look worse for black people in America. I make this video lovingly because I put a comment on there, and I'm going to stick with it. It's actions like this, me being multicultural, that makes me ashamed to be black. It's actions like this that make all black people, no matter where we come from, good or bad, or what have you, it makes all of us look bad. It makes all of us look horrible. It gives people a reason to hate us. And then we want to complain about how we're being treated when the majority of us are pretty decent people, and this minority decides, hey, we're just going to not give a damn and go out and do what the hell we want. But in the process of that, the only thing that they're doing is making it worse for an entire nation of people. You know, you looting this mall. They were stealing everything. They were destroying everything. Now the uncle got on TV the day after or the day of and said that this is not what their family wants. Their family don't want people riding in the streets and doing dumb things to make it worse for black people. They don't want that. But you got these people who are out here in consistency doing this thing and making it look worse and worse for the rest of the decent black people on earth. Now I got off the Instagram. There's another group that I follow that are protesting in front of a sheriff right now. The relevance of that is not relevant for these two videos. The relevance of what is I'm speaking of is the looting in Minnesota, because that's a little bit more important than people standing out there protesting a sheriff who, again, don't really like black people, and the sheriff's a white guy. Now I don't give a damn what your color is, but I will tell you this: what affects one of us affects all of us on some level or another. And yes, that is my favorite quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It will always be a true-to-life quote, and I will probably use it until the day I die. You don't like it? Too bad. Get used to it. Because it's a true-to-life quote. It's a fact of life that what affects you will affect me. If not directly, but indirectly on some level or another. And we have to accept that we're all in this together. But these black people in this video destroying everything. You're not helping. So my comment, I wrote in a comment, because here's that thing about being multicultural. Here's that thing that a lot of people who are not mixed don't understand. Alright? Multicultural kids, people like me, Tiger Woods, Rock, Roman Reigns, Jason Momoa, we're mixed. We get to live in both worlds. And in my case, I get to live in all 3 worlds. But I know in the facts of all facts, I am never going to be a white man. No matter how much white blood is in my genetic makeup, I am never truly going to be a black man or a Native American. But I am all 3 of these ethnicities, biologically speaking. I don't know what you guys see when you look at my face, but biologically speaking, I am multicultural. I am Cherokee, I am black, and I am white. And at times I am proud to be all three, and at times I am ashamed to be all three. Today, watching this video, is one that chalks into the I am ashamed to be part black section. I make videos like this, I do not discriminate, and I do my best to not make it sound like hate speech. If you go back and search for the Miss Rainbird video, she made me ashamed to be Native American. So, and the thing with white people, if I may say and be so bold, and I'm not saying this is hatred towards my ancestors or whatever, I'm never going to be white. Ever. So I don't have any worries on that section. But you can tell by my skin tone, I'm either going to be more Native American or more black. Because even though I am multicultural, I am Cherokee, I am black, I am white, it is midnight. I am never going to be white no matter how much it is in me. My skin tone alone. I'm high yellow and I am brown. My copper is mixed all over the ground. So I put in a comment that, mixed people feel this a lot more closer to the chest than people who are not mixed. If you're pure black, you probably feel the black rage, but you probably don't feel the shame. And you feeling the black rage of a black man being shot 7 times by the cops in the back, I feel that. I feel that black rage too. But I choose to live outside the box, and I will take a knee for the man, but I'm not going to go drive my car through a store and start stealing shit. Because that's not justifying him being shot. That's justifying me being enraged and deciding, hey, I'm just going to go fuck shit up because I'm black and I'm mad that these white guys shot this guy for no apparent reason, and it's okay for me for no apparent reason to go and loot malls and stores and steal shit. Does that make you any better? Really? For no apparent reason to just go into a place that has nothing to do with you in general and join 20, 40, 60 other people who are all black, different skin tones, and just start smashing shit. You're just taking shit, you're smashing shit. You're running into whatever mall this is, had an escalator in the mall, and you're going all over the place just stealing shit. You're kicking in cell phone departments and shit like that. What justice are you bringing to this man that has been shot 7 times in the back? You're not bringing justice to him. You're bringing injustice to our entire race, and you're making us look worse. We are better than this as black people. We are better than this as Americans. We are better than this in general. We've endured all kinds of shit that is never going to get fixed. For my black people, slavery is over, but it ain't ever over, because as long as we have to work for other people, we will still be slaves. But as long as we can't get along with our own, we will still be slaves. It's set up that way because the majority versus the majority of people don't seem to get the setup. They don't. They just do what the fuck they want. Don't care. Damn the consequences. And then when the consequences happen, well, you start looting and start doing stupid shit. This young black man who was shot 7 times, Mr. Jacob Blake, I hope he heals well. I know that he's going to be a paraplegic, and he's paralyzed from the waist down. He's not out there cheering this shit on. This isn't helping his case. His whole life has been changed, and you guys think that going out and smashing up stores and shit is going to fix his life. It's not. It's not going to take the 7 bullets out of his back. If he makes it another year, all the looting and shit you've done, it's not putting food in his kid's mouth. It's not putting clothes on his kid's back. It's only making it worse for him and all of us. And y'all don't see that. So I put my comment down. I said, mixed people, we feel this shit a lot worse than y'all, because we can walk in both worlds. We can see all the sides of the spectrum. And me specifically, I can walk in the 3 worlds. I have white people in my family. I have black people in my family. We don't really know the Native Americans, but we have them in our family. See, when my grandma Ada left the reservation and when my grandma Polk, wherever she came from, you know, we didn't get to know our Native American heritage, which is probably why I feel the fire of Cherokee blood burning through me more than my black blood, more than my white blood. But at the same damn time, I know what I am. You know, on Instagram, I made a video of, and I probably did it here too, should I bill myself as a Native American or continue to go as being mixed? Because for 20 years, being mixed has not worked for me. But I don't want to go around being a raging Cherokee and fuck everything up for the Cherokee Nation. I don't want to go around being a raging black man and fuck everything up for black people. I don't want to go around and being a raging white guy and fuck everything up for white people. You see the conjulindum or the cluster fuck that I'm in. But being mixed is who I am. Some of you may see me more Native American looking. Some of you may see me more black looking. Some of you don't know what the fuck I am. So you just assume something and I be that. But when you are mixed, and when someone from either side of your ethnicity fucks up, you feel that shit. Alright? Yeah, I can relate to where the black people are coming from. I can relate to where the white people are coming from. I can relate to where the Native Americans are coming from because I've had those people tell me their experiences. I've been racially insulted by Native Americans, by blacks, by whites, sadly, mostly by blacks. I've had maybe 4 racist incidences with white people. Unless you don't count the kind of the time where the guy wouldn't acknowledge my blackness and just kept calling me fucking chief all damn day. Now, if you count that as a racist act, which it kind of was, then I've had at least 4 incidences by white people that was racist. I've had lots of white people question me on what I'm mixed with. Okay? That can't really be considered racist. I'm sorry if that sounds racist when a white person comes to you and they're looking at you, they're staring you down, and they want to know what you are, but they're kind of scared to ask because they're afraid that they're going to come off as racist. Well, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with asking a question on what a person's ethnicity is or their cultural background. I'm used to it. I'm 47 years old. I have been dealing with this for 47 years. When my mom walks into a room with me, everybody can see I'm her child, but my skin tone is brown. Hers is not. You know, but she's the mixed one. She's biracial. I'm triracial, damn it. That's a new one. That was just to give y'all a little giggle during this serious video. Triracial. Does kind of work out because I'm multicultural, being that my mom, her dad was half black and half white. Her mom is either half Native American or all Native American and possibly half Native American and black. She was adopted and raised by a black woman, as were her other siblings, so it's a touch and go thing on who's what, where, when, and how on that side. As for my father's side, straight biracial. His mom and her mom, Cherokee Indian. To my knowledge, I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, Cherokee Indian. My dad's dad, all black. My dad looked black. Now, the story was from my aunts and them on his side is that my dad had good hair until they took a hot comb to it, and then it never recovered. So I don't do anything else to my hair. Yeah, I permed it once or twice in my younger days, but then I found this grease and baby oil keeps it straight, sublime. So I don't have to do any of that shit. I just have to take care of my hair. You know, grease it, wash it, good to go. I don't like curls. They're fuck to deal with, and I can never have a black man's haircut. So, therefore, now, I've had black people call me half-breed a fuck ton of my life, and I'm about to use the N-word, so let me apologize now. I've had black people say, you're not a real nigger, you're a half nigger. I had a race war in grade school where the white cats didn't want me on their side because I'm not a real, and I'm going to use the H word now, so I apologize. I've had white cats tell me, you're not a real honky, you're half honky. And then the black cats on the other side, and the N-word's coming again, you're not a real nigger, you're a half nigger. Now, when you're a kid and you only think that you're half black and white, just imagine how it feels when your fifth grade teacher puts it out on blast that not only are you half black and half white, but guess what, Slick? You're part Indian too. Thanks again, Miss Conrad. I love you for that. I don't love you for the ass whoopings you got me for all those canoes that I carved out of Dow soap that was very expensive back then, and my mom beat my ass for every single bar. You know how much it sucks to wash with soap leavings. That would be what was left of the soap after I formed the canoe. It was not a canoe. It looked like anything but a damn canoe. I still can't carve to this day. Clearly, a butter knife and a spoon are not carving tools. So, when I tell you I feel this shit, I literally do feel this shit. When black people fuck shit up, I have to go to a store tomorrow. Not literally, but figuratively speaking. Tomorrow I have class, and then I have to go to work. I also got to meet my bro to say about getting my Miguel O'Hara spider suit and see if we can find me an extra Spider-Man mask and probably some gauntlets. But we'll talk about that when I talk to him tomorrow. But anyway. When it comes down to it, you know, I sadly have been through more racist shit from black people than Native Americans and whites. Alright? And I live in a black community. I've had fights because I was forced to fight, and I've had fights because I didn't have a choice. You know, you have good hair, you have light skin. And to be blunt with you, if you're black and your skin's up here, you're mixed. You probably aren't as mixed as me. One of your ancestors was possibly white, or possibly Egyptian, because Egyptians are the lightest skin tone of African people. And yes, Egypt is in Africa, so deal with that. But for the most part, you know, you have to understand where you're coming from. And when black people do stupid shit, because I've been there, I've been in the stores with money in my pocket, and I've had to be followed by store detectives. I worked at that store before I got fired on my day off. I went to the store to buy a tape recorder so that I could do something for school, and I needed a tape recorder so I could record and take notes. And they didn't have like the Walkman size; they had the little mini tape recorder, so I had to go get it. And the tape recorder was like maybe $10. So I go into the store. This asshole apparently thinks that all black guys look alike. So I go into the store, and I work in the store. I got off. I went home. I cashed my check. I took a shower. I changed my clothes. And I had really short hair. I had a post-apocalyptic military type cut. Basically, it would have been a high and tight. So I come back in there. I may have had some stripes. I don't remember. But I know I had a really short haircut. I come back in there, and I'm walking around. And I'm going, I know where the tape recorder is, but, you know, sometimes when you shop, you want to look around before you go buy what you want to buy and get the fuck out the store. I did buy the tape recorder. I just did not buy it from Sears. Alright? So I walked around, and I'm looking, and you know how we had a big life-size statue of Bob Vila. And Bob Vila's like 5'10". So I'm 5'3", and that statue scared me every day at work until I got used to seeing Bob Vila. Sorry, Bob. But anyway. So I'm walking through the store. I freak out at the Bob Vila sign. I go around to the tape recorders, and I pass the tape recorder like 3 or 4 times. I'm looking at the price. And like I said, it's like between $5 and $10. It's in there somewhere. And it comes with like 4 or 5 tapes. And you can buy extra tapes, which was the plan. Sadly, I managed to go to Circuit City the same day to get the tape recorder because this dickhead that works with me didn't realize it was me. But he was a white dude. So I'm walking in the store. I'm walking around the store. I'm looking at the shoe section. Mind you, all the way back around the corner and to the left. Past the underwears that I knocked down months before with the clean machine. I never knew there were so many thong combinations. But anyway, I'm at the shoe section. I'm looking at the shoes. I'm thinking about buying the shoes. No. Because I got enough money to buy the shoes plus the tape recorder. Plus extra tapes. I had like about $150 in my hand. You know, technically it was in my pocket until what I'm about to tell you happened when I went back around to where Bob Vila was. Because Sears is set up where it's like a, this is your main drag from the mall entrance. But if you break off and go this way, you can only go so far over here. And you got the men's and women's clothes department. And over this way, you got the shoes and other stuff right here. And once you get around the corner, you have all the lingerie and other stuff and the big rack of underwear that I knocked down months ago with the clean machine. And you got come back around to the electronics and the other stuff. You got the freaking sewing shit, the washing shit, the dryer, the tape recorders, and all that shit's there over here. And then all the way back around here, you come back up through the middle, and you have all Bob Vila and weights and all that shit. So I came from the shoe section all the way back around to Bob Vila. And about that time, mind you, when I left off, every time I went somewhere, this guy's trying to be like a ninja. So he's like, he sees me, and he doesn't think that I see him, but things are reflective. And I see him, and I see him out the corner of my eye, and when I turn around, he's like, and he's trying to play it off like he's not fucking following me. Now, mind you, I made about 4 laps around this store just to see if this asshole was going to continue to follow me. So on the 4th lap, because I left a lot off, on the 4th lap, by the time I get back around to Bob Vila, I turned around and said, dude, how long are you going to follow me around the store? He said, well, you going to buy something? I said, first and foremost, dumbass, I work here. I have $150. I was going to buy something, but you've been following me around the store for 30 fucking minutes. I've made like 5 or 6 laps around this store, and you are determined to catch me stealing shit. Now, here's where the fun part comes in. There's a thing called salt and pepper crimes, which I am not involved in. At least I wasn't involved directly. This whole time, this asshole's following me. Motherfuckers are walking out of Sears with shit. But because he's following the black guy with money, who also works there, but apparently washing your hair, shaving your face, and, putting it in a different hairstyle than what you came to work with, changes your whole fucking identity. Who knew? And I looked at him and I said, dude, I fucking work here. I'm not going to steal from my fucking job. I have $150 right here. I have enough for a fucking pair of tennis shoes if I want them, and a goddamn tape recorder. I said, thank you for blowing a sale for Sears. Because guess what, motherfucker? I'm going home. I'm not going to buy a goddamn thing out of here now. And the whole time I got the money in my hand. And it's like a wad, because I don't have like big bills. I have like fucking ones and 20s and shit all over my hand. And I said, this is the money that I was going to give to Sears out of my hard-earned working dollars, because I work at Sears and in London, New York. I have money to pay for any damn thing I want. But you want to see if I'm going to steal shit because my ass is black. Well, congratulations. You can make sure you tell your bosses that you fucked up a sale for Sears. So one of the Sears guys, who also works there, who knew me, he's like, James, what are you doing? I said, nah, this motherfucker just ruined everything. All I wanted was to buy a tape recorder and possibly some shoes. But this motherfucker's following me around, thinking that I'm going to steal. I'm here at 6:30 every fucking morning till 9 o'clock. Then I go to the learner, and I work from 9 to noon, and I go to school. And then I go to Burger King. And then I come back, repeat the cycle. But this douchebag wants to make sure that I'm not stealing shit. Here's $150 in my fucking hand. Why would I steal when I have money? I'm not stupid. Well, I wasn't, motherfucker. I work here. You know that I work here. You're the little, I'm the little kung fu motherfucker. Yeah, that's me. Bye. So I leave, I go get in my car, I go to Circuit City, I'm so pissed off, and I go to Circuit City, I explain what happens, they take me right to the tape recorder section. I can't buy shoes at Circuit City, but I can damn sure buy a tape recorder. So I go to the tape recorder section, I get a tape recorder, I get some tapes, and then I go the fuck home. So when black people are looting, you didn't think I was going to bring that back, right? Yeah. So when black people are looting, this is what happens to the innocent black people who have money, who will go and shop and do the right damn thing. So these black cats that are looting, they're fucking it up for everybody else. By the way, when I went to work the next day, this bullshit bastard tried to apologize. And I said, nah, don't apologize to me. You need to apologize to every black person that you've done that to. He said, well, by the way, while I was chasing you, the store got robbed. We never even noticed until we went to go check the tapes. I said, oh, well, maybe if you wouldn't have been chasing the black guy with money, You might have caught the carpet. Well, they did catch him. They caught him when he tried that shit again the same day. And it was a white cat. It was like maybe a teenager or some shit. But they did catch the bastard. And I think he probably got banned for Sears for life or whatever the fuck the charges were, but it doesn't really matter. Because also, other people who were working for Sears, especially that big, tall Amazonian chick named Gail, who was like 9 feet tall. She might have been 6'3". But she was really tall. She was way taller than me. She's the reason why I got fired on my day off. Okay, she's a third of the reason. Most of it is my fault and my mouth. And I own that because she kept starting shit with me. And it's only so many times you can walk away from somebody without raising your voice. And Thanksgiving was when I really decided that I was going to be a Native American that day. When they fucked up the whole goddamn fucking place and didn't try to clean the shit up. So anyway, long story short. When black people do bad shit, innocent black people fucking feel that shit. And innocent black people are made to suffer. So stay tuned for the next video so I can go into a little bit more deep in detail. And if I have offended anybody of color, or anybody who is not of color, the truth hurts, man. And it really does hurt. And no matter what you do, your actions kind of show who you are. You know, and if you are black and you're looting and all these matter movements and you're smashing shit up and you're just all out destroying shit, you're not helping black people. So stop. Stay tuned for the next video.